crafty monsters, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So in this fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making some temporary glue dots. That's a little tongue twister for Jesse right there. Andale, mijo. Little Mexico, you did it. You did it. So they're temporary adhesive glue dots, and they're gonna look like this. This is what they look like once they're all dry and ready to use. These are on the wax paper, and so I like to put I like to cut a piece of wax paper, and then I only put them on one half, and the other half I use it to close this and cover them so that they don't really get dust on them, and they don't get messed up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to make these little bad boys, and the things we're going to be needing is Nicole, speak right, please. So the items you will need for this tutorial is these little Reynolds wax paper. So we're going to need some of this, and I would really recommend that you use this. Reynolds is not like a sponsor for any of these, but you guys have noticed I do use a lot of Reynolds stuff, and that's because their quality is pretty good. And I have tried this on like the 99.999 store wax papers, and it really doesn't work. Sometimes these glues, it's really hard to take off of them. So this little bad boy right here, Bobo, this one works really, oh, hold on. This one works really good. And then also for the glue that we're going to be using, because I know you guys are all asking, okay, but Jesse, what glue are we using? I know. Calm down. So the glue we're going to be using is this Eileen's Tack It Over and Over Temporary Fabric Adhesive. So this special little doodad glue right here, boo-boo, is basically, it's a temporary adhesive, so you could go ahead and tack it over and over. But this is made for fabric. So this is so that I guess you can put on like a pattern or something, cut it out, and then, it just makes it a lot easier for you guys. But this little bad boy, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and get a sheet of wax paper like we did here, and then we're going to go ahead and put the glue dots on there. Now, the good thing about this is you guys could go ahead and customize your little glue dots to whatever size that you guys want to make them. Do you want to make them some really big dots because you need them for certain projects, or do you want to make like little tiny ones and small ones? You can make so many different sizes, so you always have a certain glue dot. I usually just go with one universal size. Sometimes some are a little bit bigger, but then you have kind of a little variety. So to show you what I use them for, I use them a lot when I'm packaging my embellishments. And the reason why is because you don't want to package your embellishments with like the double-sided tape or like any foam adhesive or anything like that, because once you, okay, I'm gonna just act like this is the back of a box, but I'm just gonna act like this is a insert of a paper that of a bag, of a package that we're going to be using. So on the insert, usually I always leave it white, like I always tell you guys, because I always like the main focus to be the embellishment. So what I do is I will grab one of the little glue dots. Watch, let's grab one of these little bad boys right now, and they're really easy to come off, and they're gonna look like this. Look at, there's the YouTube hand. It works. It really works. So anyway, that's what they look like. Just go ahead and pinch it off without tearing your wax paper. And then what I do is I'll put it like on a little embellishment like this, okay? And then I will basically just stick it on to the paper insert for the bag. Now, this is temporary, and as you can tell, it'll move, and it's kind of like a little bungee, kind of like it doesn't go anywhere. And so you can just basically grab as many little dots as you need for your little project, throw them on, and you can just place them as your temporary adhesive to hold your little embellishments until the recipient comes and receives these little embellishments that you guys have packed with the temporary adhesive. Then all you have to do is just grab your little embellishment and pull the little bad boy, and that glue stays on the back. And then your recipient could basically use their embellishment. Now you can tack it over and over. So let's just say you had to move it, and it'll hold it back again. And then you can go ahead and take this little bad boy off, and then you can put them back over again, because you're able to tack it over and over and over, and these are going to be secure. These are not going anywhere. So they're pretty secure, and they're a temporary little adhesive. So these are the little bad boys that we're going to be making. Let's not waste any more time, because I know you want to get down and dirty. So let's get down and dirty, boo-boo, and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, my little crafty monsters, let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys right here. So this is that tack it over and over adhesive that we're going to be using to make these little dots. And it's just really easy. All we're going to do is just basically put little dots on a sheet of wax paper. And that's how easy it is. So this is it. So you guys could go ahead and take a look at it. Go ahead and screenshot it. And take this to your Hobby Lobbies or your Michaels and tell them that this is what you want. And then you can make some of these little glues. So these are some old ones that I have. But we're going to go ahead and make some new ones. And I will show you guys how they look. So this is how elasticy and rubbery they are, but they're still sticky, so you could tack things on over and over. These work perfect for anything that you just want temporary. They work for packing embellishments, which is what I love to use them for. So right here, we're just going to go ahead and cut out a little sheet of wax paper. So go ahead and do that. And then after you do that, we're just going to go ahead and kind of shake our little glue bottle, and then we're going to go ahead and just put the little dots. But this is the Reynolds wax paper. You want to make sure that you get the Reynolds wax paper. I really recommend you get this one because it's a high quality and it worked perfect with this one. I have used some from the 99.999 cent store. They just didn't work as good. So these are ones that you definitely want to do. That you definitely want to use. So go ahead and just cut this little bad boy. And we should just get started. So I'm only gonna do half of this sheet because I like to do half of it and use the other half of that wax paper to go over it so that they don't get dust on them. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the little squares on my actual mat to kind of help me space these out. Well, at first I don't, but then I do. So you guys will notice that I start to use the little squares. But anyway, this is all you're doing. You're gonna make the dots as big as you want or as small as you want. It really depends on, what kind of projects you would use these for. So if you need little tiny ones, you can go ahead and make little tiny ones. If you need some bigger ones, you can make some bigger ones. And this is really up to you. This is really a customized temporary adhesive glue dot. So how easy are these? These are a must-have in your craft room, guys. So definitely make some of these and always have them on hand because they last forever. They don't expire or nothing. So, and even if they did, let's just say they did, these are so inexpensive, you could keep redoing these over and over. And you will need to let these dry 24 hours. So that is one thing that you will need to know, is that let it dry 24 hours. And then so I'm just gonna do one more row. And then I think we're gonna just go ahead and put these away and let these dry for 24 hours. And then they will be done by tomorrow. And that's how easy it is, guys. Seriously. Customize temporary glue dots with your Eileen's Tack It over and over. How awesome are these? I'm telling you, I've been making these for years. I've saved a lot of money making these on my own. They're awesome to do and awesome to have in your craft room. So I hope that's really helpful for you guys so that you guys could definitely use some little temporary ones.
so that if you're ever gonna pack embellishments or you ever want to put something on a project that's temporary, you could definitely use one of your homemade temporary adhesive.
Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. That's how easy it was to make these little bad boys right here. I hope you guys try out to make some of these I hope you guys try to make some of these. Oh my God, Mijo, you really don't know how to do that. I don't even know how I make these videos, seriously, but then again, that just goes to show you that I really don't edit these videos. I just blurt out what I'm blurting out on the video, and then I just put it all together and throw it on freaking YouTube, and there you go, my little crafty monsters. But anyway, that's how easy it is to make these little bad boys, and these are perfect for the embellishments or for any little temporary little item that you want to go ahead and put onto a project, but later on you want to take it off because you might want to use that on a different project. This is perfect. These are must-have in your craft room stash of tools, and they're really inexpensive because I've had this little bad boy for about 2 years and he is still going. There's still kind of a lot in here. I only use this just for this sole purpose when I make these little dots, and I do use them a lot. So I mean, these two little items, perfect money savers. And so I hope that inspired you guys to make some for your little craft room, because it is a necessity if you guys do embellishments and you package them, and you know you want your recipient to be able to get their embellishment and take it off, no adhesive behind your embellishment, and you know, and use it. Or maybe just take off that adhesive, leave it on the embellishment, and you could use that to stick it on somewhere for temporary use. So anyway, that's it, my little crafty monsters. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, guys. There's that little icon right there. He's floating around. It's a little picture of me. You guys could always go ahead and push that button, and you guys automatically will get the option to subscribe. And you guys go ahead and subscribe because it's free. And after you subscribe, we become BFFs. Y'all want to be my BFFF. I know you do. I know you do. I can feel it, boo-boo. I can feel it. Anywho, so go ahead and like this video and share and tell a friend, because your friends also need to know how fabulous these tutorials are. So until next time, my little crafty monsters, bye.